I was wondering, if you could keep on, because the force, it's got a lot of power, and it makes me feel like it makes me feel like
Hey everybody, and welcome to our wedding. We are so excited and happy that you guys were able to join us today, and we hope that you guys have had such a good time so far.
All of you out there viewing this right now, you are especially privileged because, Natalie and I know 10,000 people. We had to turn Obama down. We had to tell a lot of people they couldn't attend because this is exclusive right now.
So you're
and
special.
We're going to give you some insight into how we met, because everybody's been calling how did this guy from Alabama meet this gorgeous young lady from Louisiana? So just sit back, enjoy it. If you don't believe me, just watch.
So we started working for Savannah Riverside for the Department of Energy, and we have to go through this all-day training. The training started at 7 a.m. bright and early in the morning. So I get there maybe 10 minutes early. Terrance is already there, so clearly he got to work at probably 6:30, 6 o'clock, probably 5:30, honestly. Super early. He on the front row right in front of the teacher, like the teacher's pet, and y'all, seriously, he had on a tuxedo. Front row. He had a top hat and a bow tie. I was thinking when I walked in there, he kind of dweeby, kind of geeky, but he seemed cool.
Please. Really? Top hat? Me?
So anyway, I sat a little bit further behind, him, but I kind of thought he was cute, but I really wasn't checking that much, really, not really at all, not really. The teacher asking questions, and all of a sudden you see him throwing his hand up, shaking all around, like anxious to answer the questions, like a dweeb. And I was like, this dude is super nerdy, like, oh my goodness.
I gotta ask.
Who is that anxious to answer these questions? It's really kind of lame, but he's still kind of cute, so I kind of shook it off. Then, for real, seriously, I guess he all of a sudden spotted me in the class. Buddy broke his neck to turn around to check me out. It was so obvious, y'all. People in the class was like, dude, really? Like, you can have a little bit more swag than that. But I knew he didn't have no swag because of how he was answering all the questions. So it was kind of lame, but it was cute at the same time. He did it like 3 or 4 times. He was like winking his eye and like doing his eye. It was just really weird and stalker-ish, but I still thought he was cute in the end. So the teacher finally said, okay, I'm gonna break for lunch and you guys can go head out for lunch. So I was like, yes, finally, because I was starving. The class was 8 hours, so it was time to eat. So I'm driving around and finally I come up on this like little gas station type food restaurant and order me something. And all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, nobody else in the class was there. Here come Terrance, walking in with his top hat, y'all, in the restaurant. I'm pretty sure he followed me, like stalked me and followed me from the class. And I ordered my food. He ordered the same thing that I ordered. So I'm like rolling my eyes like, oh my goodness, this boy is way too deep. It's just too much.
Follow her.
He comes in with his dweeby little stuff saying, is this seat taken? Can I sit next to you?
If I sit down?
So I was like, oh, he's real lame, but he's cute, so I'll let him sit down. So he sat down, and then we kind of started talking, ended up being cool, and then from there we became friends, and from friends we started dating, and then now we're married. So lame, but he's still cool now. He got a little swag. I put swag into him, of course, because, I'm so cool. So that's pretty much how we met.
Wait a minute, hold up, pause for a second. I know y'all just heard her story, but let's take it all the way back to the beginning and let me tell you how it really went.
Right now, we'd like to bring on a young man who believes in doing things his own way. And based on the way he kind of gets next to all of the folks who've seen him work, his way has got to be pretty hip. So let's lay some noise.
She came in and she walked by and brushed me a little bit, and she sat right behind me.
No, I was about 3 or 4 rows back.
And that's when I thought, grocery bag, got her. But I played it cool, I stayed swagged up, and I sat back and chilled. And the teacher, she was doing her thing, and when I felt this tap on my shoulder, and I was like, oh, okay, let's get it then. So she slid me this sheet of paper, and I looked down at it, and I'm like, you want to take me to lunch? Yes or maybe. I'm like, well, you know, cool. First day of work, take me to lunch. That's what's up.
First of all, we were not even permitted to have spare paper in the class because they thought we might have been cheating, so that's a lie.
The break hits and we going out to lunch and I follow her out the door, you know what I'm saying? I see what ride she's in. She in the black caddy. I'm like, okay, either her papa got some paper, she cool, but you know, I'll play the game. So we went to the little pizza spot and I stepped in and she said, you know, we ordered and I offered to pay still, you know, because I'm, you know, I'm a man, I'm a gentleman, that's what I do. But she went on ahead and paid for that thing.
Thank you.
We sat down and we ate and we joked and I asked her where she from and she said Louisiana. And I'm like, oh man, I got a ratchet one. You know, I'm thinking Bootsy, Webby, you know what I'm saying? Shoot 'em up, bang, bang, Lil Wayne dress and all. But you know, she was cool. She had some little swag with her. She had some brains and some intelligence. She was fine. She was fine, y'all. I can't even lie about that. But I still played it cool. We went back to the training session. And when I get back, it's like 3 or 4 of them all over me. One little dark skin, one this older chick, and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. And let me tell you what she did. She stepped in the middle of that thing. Like she was trying to fend off the Spartans or something, and she fended all of them off. Like she just straight claimed me right there and then.
Time out. I was the only woman in the whole class. It was an old lady way in the back corner. He didn't even see her. It was me and the teacher, and the teacher was half bald.
To make a long story short, we became friends and we hung out, and then next thing you know, I'm popping the question. So I guess she bagged me.
Why you lying? People that
I don't know.
the
camera, girl, the camera,
they
watching.
Oh, so you know my side of the story and you know Terrance's side of the story. So you decide which one is the more realistic story.
The truth of the fact is, today's our wedding day. Welcome, Mr. and Mrs. Stringer. We appreciate everybody coming out to celebrate it with us. So sit back, relax, and now let's party.
We about to party. We about to party. We about to party. We about to party. Love you.